Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever edition of BattleBoxx.
Wow, BattleBoxx!
Here we are. Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, along with Johnny V, still in our Milwaukee studios. Even when we put on a game show, we do it right here from our studios. We're glad to do so. And Johnny, pretty exciting night here tonight.
It is. It's a new avenue for us to pursue. We are going to. One of the goals with SmashBoxx from the very beginning was to provide a bunch of different views of disc golfers and disc golf itself. And I think this is a good way for us to introduce, not just necessarily introduce players, but let people get to know them a little bit better. Not just, hey, what's in your bag?
And we'll see how smart they are.
Oh, yeah. These are, I went to Wolfram Alpha. Wolfram Alpha? Yeah, and I found out the 10 hardest questions to ask a person.
Perfect. So they should be dialed in. Well, it's no surprise that we want this to be fun. We want this to be lighthearted. We want everybody to have a good time. Like I said, we'd love to give you a little insight into our sports top players. And so hopefully they're all here to do just that. But also, this opening show, we wanted somebody that would be fun-loving, laid back. They'd go with the flow because we know it's not going to necessarily be perfect here on the first night, and
we couldn't do it ourselves. So
no,
yeah, I mean, really,
there'd be like double cameras. So tonight's guests are going to be awesome. We're going to have Brian Schweberger along with Madison Walker. I'm going to go ahead and give you some details. Madison Walker, who stepped into the scene just a few years ago here, she still considers herself like kind of sort of a rook, I think was her official terminology. We've seen her playing for the last 4 years. She's accumulated 12 PDGA career wins, already $14,000 in career earnings, and hailing out of Pensacola, Florida, when she's actually home, that is. So welcome to the show for our first ever BattleBoxx, Madison Walker. How are we doing tonight, Madison?
Doing just fine. Just finished dinner.
There you go. So
can't compete on an empty stomach.
No,
I'm always gaming for that reason. So Madison, tell us, are you in any way nervous about stepping inside the BattleBoxx here tonight?
I mean, I missed SmashBoxx last night because I was in the airport, and so I'm a little in the dark about what all this means. So yes, I'm a little nervous.
As you should be.
That's right.
All right, Johnny, tell us, who's she going to be competing against here tonight?
Madison Walker, your number one contestant is Brian Schweberger. Brian Schweberger is currently rated 1,009. He hails out of Tarboro, North Carolina. Career earnings just shy of $200,000. Has been a PDGA member since 1997 and has 206 wins. He is in the 200 club.
Damn!
Brian, tell us a little bit.
It's actually 211. They just don't have it up to date.
Oh, he's bringing it tonight, Madison.
I think tonight we need to show us those extra 5 trophies. Unless it's there, we don't believe it.
Well, he is looking to add another win here tonight, as we're going to see Brian Schweberger.
Can we put these on the PDGA site?
There better be a BattleBoxx ongoing record here. So we're going to welcome both Brian and Madison, and the two of you, how do you guys feel like you square off against one another?
I have no idea.
I feel like we've got a pretty vastly different set of skills and interests, but I mean, we're friends, so who knows?
And we're teammates.
You're friends now. Who knows at the end of this half hour or so? We'll really see.
BattleBoxx. We have somewhat customized, and I give most of the credit here to Johnny V, who not only this was kind of his brainchild, but also spearheaded a lot of the questions and research. Some are going to come directly from places like Trivial Pursuit game, but also some of the more specific questions that are going to be a little bit more tailored to either some of your likes or known interest or things that you guys have talked about in the past. So some questions may be applicable to both, but some of them are going to be directly in your wheelhouse, as some would say. So we're glad we got a great group of people out there watching. So glad that here on our first night, I think we're going to have a great show.
We are. And real quick, let's just keep everybody up to date. I put something out there from strawpoll.me, basically asking who do you think is going to be the first winner of SmashBoxx TV's BattleBoxx, and currently with 24 votes from what I'm seeing, Madison Walker is winning 67 to 33%. So
that's a pretty big margin.
That's hard to make up.
Now, if you guys do recall, though, just a few short days ago, I think at one point the Falcons were like a 90% or 99% likelihood of winning, and we know how that turned out. So
yes, we do.
Just saying, anything's possible. All right, do you guys have any questions for us before we get this madness started?
I'm ready to roll.
All right. So how do we decide who goes first?
Ladies
Ladies.
first?
Ladies first. All right. Our first segment of the night is going to be called our personal interest section. I inputted all of your known data into our massive computing machine and came out with each of your personalized area of questioning. Or I just looked at your Facebook likes and picked something out of there. One or the other, not sure, but we're going to start with Madison Walker. Madison, your subject is The Princess Bride, the movie.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that in ages.
It was one of your likes, so we're going to go with The Princess Bride. So we'll start with the first question, and then after that we'll go over to Brian Schweberger.
The one probably obvious, but maybe still worth stating rule, of course, we don't expect any of our contestants to rely on any kind of phones or Googling or any kind of external input.
Put your phone away.
Friends yelling in from who knows where the show is going to go at some point. So, friends and all that other stuff. We're expecting these all to come straight out of the domes.
And we have about, we're going to give everybody about 10 to 15 seconds to answer. We've got about a 10 to 15 second delay on the thing. So for people on the board, don't be shy to shout out your answers, and we can make sure that that we can see who's the smart one on the web board.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with Madison Walker. Madison, your first question. What is the name of the actor who plays the little boy at the beginning of the story?
I am going to go with Tom Hanks.
Oh, that is...
No idea.
An incorrect answer. I picked this particular question because I saw that you have two likes, one of which is Princess Bride, the other is The Wonder Years, and the answer is Fred Savage. Fred Savage from
feel
The
like
Wonder
those
Years.
intersect.
My weakness is movies, anything having to do with movies or actors.
Which is funny because you told me 50 First Dates was one of the options. All right, we are going to go over to Brian Schweberger.
And Schwebby, your category, I know you're familiar with, famous sports mullets is going to be your category. So,
Working on it again.
it seems like you've been working on your own. Okay, so this athlete was once married to Brooke Shields and has also won an Australian Open.
Andre Agassi.
Johnny?
He gets it right. Schwebby, yes, Andre Agassi, one of the famous tennis mullets from back in the 80s. Congratulations. Madison giving the thumbs down.
Madison, did you know that one?
I didn't.
Okay. All right, Madison, your second question. Let's catch up with Schwebby here.
It's
These
not
are
any more famous people stuff.
no, there's not. There's no more questions about names. Your second question. What distinguishing feature does Inigo Montoya know about the man who killed his father? He knows one distinguishing feature about the man who killed his father.
Does he not have a hand?
So
God, I haven't
Close.
seen this movie since I was 7.
ah! 6 fingers. So close. 6
Who's
fingers.
Inga Matoya?
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, I know that.
Is that like Hakuna Matata?
That is like Hakuna Matata.
And the board blew up. Everyone knew that. And I'm going to be the first to admit I've never seen the movie.
Oh.
But the board is blowing up.
These
That seems to be a very, very well-known answer.
These. I'll say, Madison. You. If you've seen the movie in the last 15 years, you might have got this, but it's probably just outside of that for you. So we'll see. The next question you're not going to get then.
All righty. Brian Schweberger, question number 2 for you. This stone-cold athlete has recently shown up in a popular throwback car commercial.
Steve Austin.
No, wrong.
You said Stone Cold, so that was my guess.
I did. The other Stone Cold athlete.
With a mullet, Brian.
Oh, we're still on mullets. Oh.
That's your category.
5 questions about mullets.
That would be Brian Bosworth.
Brian Bosworth, the Boz. He's in the newest Hyundai commercial with Bo Jackson.
Didn't realize we were still in mullets.
Yes.
Oh my God, I have 5 questions about the Princess Bride.
5 questions. 5
Oh,
questions.
God, I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of movies, and I've never seen that movie before.
Well, good thing we can't
I
steal
might
answers.
as well have not seen it.
All right. Okay. The next question, and yeesh, we'll see if you can get this. What is the actual name of the princess in The Princess Bride?
I'll
give you a clue. It's a food.
Mm-hmm.
Food. Papaya.
Wrong. The correct answer is buttercup.
Buttercup.
I think that's the hardest question I think that we had that I pulled out of there. So
All right. So Madison's still not quite on the board. Okay, we'll move on. Brian Schweberger, again keeping within the category of famous sports mullets. This slugger's most famous at-bat was a 4-pitch strikeout against the mulleted Randy Johnson in an All-Star game.
you're ahead, so there's no clues.
I had a mullet and struck out to Randy Johnson. So many people struck out.
Yeah, in an All-Star game.
This is an very famous at bat.
Somebody on the board got it correct.
15 seconds.
All right. Give him the ant, and I'll give him a clue after you buzz him.
Oh.
Okay. So the clue is he currently is also an announcer / broadcaster now.
Former Philly.
John Kruk.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
There
John
you go.
Kruk, but you don't get the points for it.
No.
Yes. I forgot he had a mullet.
Oh, yes, he had a very famous mullet. John Kruk, that particular pitch, Randy Johnson threw the first ball right over his head, and after that it was, John Kruk just started swinging. All right, Madison, question number 4. What famous phrase does Wesley use to prove his identity to his princess?
God.
It's a 3-word phrase. You're behind, so you're going to get clues.
No, I know. I do kind of remember this, but it's like way back in there.
The board knows it. They know it real well.
Obviously the board knows this movie. Yep. I have no idea.
All right, we'll give you the phrase is "as you wish." As you wish.
I would not have gotten it.
I don't either.
All right.
It's all right, Schwebby. Question number 4.
Does he still have one point?
He still has 1 point.
So 1-0. All right.
You're doing okay, Mads. Don't worry.
Yes, you're still in it. All right. This athlete once showed up on the golf course with scratches all over his face, claiming his wife tried to stab him with a steak knife.
What?
Famous sports mullets.
Mitch Williams.
Oh, no.
That would be John Daly. Showed up on the golf course with scratches all over his face, claiming his wife tried to stab him with a steak knife.
Mr. Party, John Daly.
Yes.
Really?
All right, Madison. Question number 5. Last question under the Princess Bride category.
Thank you.
It's early in the game. Don't worry. Don't worry. The very end of the movie, what body part did Wesley tell Prince Humperdinck that he would spare on him? He was going to cut off every body part but one.
I think I'm glad I haven't seen
Shwebby,
this.
what are you laughing?
You look as clueless as me.
I mean, if this,
This
is
is a-
coming from a
It's a
guy, I would say
family friendly show.
I would say his head.
Close, but
His
his ears. His ears. He said he would cut off everything but his ears, so everyone around him would see how disfigured he was, and he would hear the children's screams.
Wow, I do not remember that at all.
Oh, how was the board? Did the board get
the,
that one?
The board knew it. A lot of them went to the a male part.
No, of course.
But the other ones that didn't went right to ears.
All right, right to ears. All right, final question. Schwebby is up 1-0.
All right. This famous Oakland Athletic is only one of 2 men to record a 20-win season and a 50-save season.
Eckersley.
Johnny? There
You got it
is.
right. Dennis Eckersley is
The Eck.
The Eck. Yes. Congratulations. After round 1, the score is Schwebby with dos.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you decide that for Schwebby's subject?
I-
Mulleted athlete.
I asked
Have you seen
Schwebby.
any pictures of me?
Have you seen pictures of Schwebby? His nickname
Is
is
that one of your interests as well?
for
Mullets?
I'm done mullets.
for those that don't know, one of Schwebby's nickname is Mullet.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Why is that?
I am the king mullet.
yep, and I asked what category would you be interested in knowing, and he said sports. And that was a little generic, so I narrowed it down to
That
mulleted
was very
athletes.
generic.
Which I think fit perfectly.
Fit perfectly. Madison, just so you know, some of the other topics I had looked at giving you were Zoe Deschanel trivia,
That would have been way better.
and the other one was, even though we'll save it because it's one of my favorite shows, was Scrubs trivia. So
That would have been hard. I don't watch a lot of TV or movies,
I-
so like movie and TV related questions are not my forte.
well, that's right, because we have no more of those. So
There you go.
All right. Well, that is again just
Dead
round
center
1,
fiddle.
and
That's senior year.
yes, nice. That is a sweet, sweet mullet, Schwebby. All right, so
but aren't they all?
oh yes, they all are. I could show you a picture of an old mullet I had back in junior high and high school. Anyway, should we go? Which game should we do next?
I say
in
we-
order, or skip that one and do that one next?
Let's skip. Let's go on
Okay.
to the next one.
All right, so both of you are Team Innova players, correct?
True story.
True
So,
story.
This game is called
Light numbers.
Flight Numbers.
Here we go.
We are looking. I've narrowed it down, so I'm not looking for too many. This is the first show. We're going to go with a relatively easy. We're going to go with just the speed of the disc. I'm going to tell you the name of a disc, and you need to tell me the Innova speed. All of these are directly from innovadiscs.com.
Although they have not
they
supported
can
us
pay
in
us
any
for the
venture
plug
yet.
later. So yes, so
Is this like a race?
No.
Nope. Just like last time, we'll go through 5 particular discs. You each have a chance to tell us what the speed of that particular disc is. So Madison started first, so let's have Schwebby start this round.
All right. Schwebby, we're going to start with one of my personal favorites in throwing Arsenal in the Wraith. Give us the speed of the Wraith.
11.
That is correct. Schwebby increases his lead to 3 and
That's a
goes.
gimme.
Well, okay. Johnny V, what's
All right.
on deck?
On deck. I mixed these up so they're not near each other, so we're not doing. All right, Madison. The first disc that I'm going to give you is one of Innova's newest pieces of plastic, the Shrike. What is the speed of the Shrike?
Oh my gosh, I throw these. I believe it is a 14.
Maybe when you're throwing it, but for the rest of the world, Madison, it's just a
It's
speed
a
13.
13. Speed 13. So
I
close.
knew
So
that.
I got it wrong too. I thought it was a 14 as well.
So close.
All right.
Not according to Innova's website.
All right,
The only Speed 14 disc, I believe, is a Colossus.
Oh, it's the Colossus. Yeah, it's another new disc that I don't throw.
Not featured here in the.
Not featured here in the game. All right.
All
Round
right.
2.
This was a Schwebby. When you and I met, this was one of the discs that was revolutionizing the game. Today, it's a little bit slower. So,
The Eagle.
the Eagle. What speed is
Oh my God, these are easy.
the Eagle? Says the girl who doesn't know.
You know why it's easier for you? Because when I started for the first 12 years I played, they didn't have flight numbers on the disc.
That's right.
So how about that?
I'm down the last.
The Eagle.
There's some good guesses on the board. Some have got it right already.
7.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow. Nailed it.
It
A
sounded
Speed
like
7.
I'm not going to lie. It sounded like a guess, but it's an
Hey,
accurate one.
That's
I was 6 or 7. I have no clue. I had no clue.
Okay.
all right,
Most of the
Madison.
discs I have don't have flight numbers on them.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Your discs are relatively old, much like yourself.
Older.
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 This Madison is another one of Innova's newer discs, couple years old,
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 years old. Yeah, okay. Give us the speed of the Mako.
One of your favorite fish and sharks or something.
A disc I don't throw.
These were all randomly picked.
Let's see.
You did just tell us you threw the Shrike.
I would say. 5.
Oh, once again,
It
just
may be a 5 for you, Madison, but the rest of the world says 4.
speed 4. Oh.
Oh, 6.
See, Schwebby can't get any of yours, but you're getting all of Schwebby's. Ah.
All
I
right.
make it as soon as it came out, but I don't throw it anymore. So it's
I'm getting the hard ones, just saying.
but you're not. All right. Well,
Shrike's not a hard one.
moving from the this might be a little bit of a stretch, but moving from the mullet category over to the disc named the Stud. What speed is Innova's Stud? Oh,
A 1.
Johnny, what do we got for the 1?
Oh, we got to push
Oh.
over.
I was gonna say 2.
You would both be incorrect. The Stud is a speed 3. Speed 3.
Speed 3.
All right, Johnny, what do you got for?
All right, Madison. I thought this was the hardest one that I was going to give you, but what is the speed of the Wahoo? The R Pro Wahoo. Wahoo!
In the water or in the air?
Am I throwing it? Usually in the water. Whatever you're going to guess, go down 1.
I'm gonna say a 10.
Oh, this is actually a speed 12 driver.
I
Speed
guessed right on that one.
speed 12 for the Wahoo.
That's a fast swimming disc.
It
I'm
sure
very
is.
competitive. This is really making me mad. Just letting you know.
For what it's worth, that may or may not stay on the Innova sales charts for too long. I don't know. That question may not exist a year or two from now. All right, Schwebby, we are going to move over to a different disc here, and let's go with my thing is changing.
There you go.
I'm going to go with that one, which is, how about the speed of an Excalibur?
Oh, just they don't throw.
Oh, you kind of sound like Madison now.
The Eagle, I used to throw, but I don't throw that one anymore either.
If we picked all discs out of your bag, this game would be easy.
No, because I still don't have flight numbers on my disc.
Everyone throws a Wraith.
Excalibur. Give it a 12.
Another maybe lucky guess or not. Did you know that one, Madison?
No, I was gonna say 13. But
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, Schwebby has nailed it with a 12 for the Excalibur.
That's another point. Schwebby, 5. Madison, still not on the board.
She's
That's
going to get
all
this
right.
one.
We have 5 segments in this in this game and 5 segments overall. So let's get on to the 4th disc in our list. Madison Walker, one of Innova's early discs, one of their beginner discs. Give us the speed of the Shark.
Ooh, now that's my disc.
Oh my gosh.
I still couldn't play the speed of it though.
I'm gonna say if a Mako was a 4, then I'm gonna say a Shark is a 5.
The Shark is also a 4. A 4. They are the same speed according to InnovaDisc.com.
And if you would like to disagree with any of the findings here, please direct your questions to Dave Dunapace at Innova Disc West. All right. So close, Madison. We are going to move over to the other side here for Brian Schweberger. And Schwebby, tell us, what's the speed of a whale?
That's a putter, isn't it?
We're not at liberty to say. We're not at liberty to say.
We can have Terry run around and you can tell us how fast it
Hey-o.
goes. Hey.
1.
A delayed.
The whale is actually a speed 2. A speed 2 putter.
Speed 2.
I would have known that. Just saying.
Yeah. That's what she says. The question is, do you know the 5th and final one? Madison, this is your 10th question, and nobody wants you to get on the board more than me right here. So, Johnny, give her the disc.
The Archangel.
Oh my god, you guys are the worst.
Hey, you had the Shrike and the Shark. Those are 2.
Archangel discontinued?
It's not. It's on Innova's website still. Every one of these was directly from Innova's website. I do not believe it's discontinued.
I don't even know if that's a fairway, or a driver, or a mid-range. I have no idea. So I'm going.
It's a sharper
see.
edge.
I feel like I remember it being a fairway. Or no, I think I remember it being a driver. So I'm going to guess a lower speed driver. I'm going to say 9 or 10. I'm going to go with 9.
That was my guess.
If we were only giving her the over-under of 1.
If we give you over-under of 1, you'd be set. That is actually a speed 8 disc. So, speed 8. All right. So,
we tried.
the score after 2 rounds is Schwebby with 5. Madison, not on the board yet. But it's all right. We have 3 more segments here. These questions, well, I don't know if they're getting any easier. All right. This is a game that we are going to call patent pending catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Terry and I will help you out. Our goal is to get you to say as many of these words as we can in a minute without using some of the words that are in here. So I'm going to give Terry a random piece of paper. He's going to go first with who did I had him set up? I got him set up with Schwebby, just because that's how I had the shot set up.
So I'm grabbing any one of these?
Any one of these papers.
Do I only need one? Am I going to get through more than one of these pages?
In a minute, you might.
So get a second one ready, just in case. So again, let's recap or review the rules here. There's a keyword, so we're essentially playing taboo, really, actually. There's a keyword on the top that I'm trying to have Brian Schweberger guess. However, there's the 5 closest words associated with that word I am not allowed to use. So we're playing taboo, I think, is what we're actually playing. Catchphrase, I think you can give any clues.
Yeah, well, it was called catchphrase.
Okay.
But whatever.
Well, it's the wrong rules for catchphrase. So we're going to play taboo here.
All right, I'm setting the timer.
Schwebby, you good to go here?
Sure.
All right.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous here. This should be fun.
All right.
I'm nervous.
All right.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
Don't blank. Be happy.
Worry.
Yep. They're found in Alaska. On the course.
Moose.
Yep. First you use this, and then later you have to put in a different product. Usually, what?
Shampoo.
Yep.
Got it.
Red Hot Chili Peppers' famous song. Their most famous song.
Rich.
Yep. What did I just say I was before we started this game?
Nervous.
Yep.
15 seconds.
Something that goes in your backpack to keep water in it. What are those called? That are in the backpack specifically for hydrating?
Camelback.
Yeah, but I used the wrong word.
Time up.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I used water to keep water.
Oh,
in it.
then I'm taking
that's fine.
one away from him.
So we got worry, moose, shampoo, bridge, and nervous. We got 5 of them.
All right, Madison, we can do this. You and
I'm ready.
we got this.
I'm excited to.
So I'm going to randomly. Here's my phone.
Okay. Oh, it's an iPhone. I'm not good with those.
It's pretty simple. You just hit start when you're ready to go, and I'll
This
flip
green button.
the green start button. All right, Madison.
All right, I'm gonna watch you. All right, 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh my God! Right away. There. You're not good with songs. Hey. If you really want something that somebody else has, you are.
Lacking?
No, I'll skip
Jealous?
Skip it. Yeah, sure.
it. All right. Not an arm, but a.
Leg?
All right. What do you put in your mouth? A blank leg.
Chicken leg?
All right.
Turkey?
Yep, got it.
That's fine.
Okay. You use the restroom. Inside there's a.
Toilet? Sink?
Yep. The blank. Make a blank foundation.
Wish?
5 seconds.
All right. If you're not a starter, you ride on the.
Bench?
Sorry, it's too late. You're already at 0.
I'm giving that one to her.
Okay, we'll give it to her.
That was close. All right, we got 4.
Yeah. Yes.
Jealousy was a tough one.
Fool.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get it after the buzzer, as long as the question's out, right?
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, jealousy was a tough one to start out with.
It was. Yeah, you guys opened with jealousy. That was a tough one.
Hey Jealousy, the song from the Wallflowers. No, Hey Jealousy is from. I don't know.
Phoenix Ruger Redbird says JVD's fault on this round.
Yes, I panicked a little bit when I saw Jealousy. That's my fault.
I agree.
That's
would it be fair to then swap partners for one? Are we doing 5 of these or one?
No, that's good.
Do you want to swap partners for one more set?
We could do that.
You guys up for that?
Sure.
All right.
Come on.
All right. So Johnny, you're going to lead with Schwebby this round.
Okay.
What's our overall score at?
Score is 4-10.
You helped Madison score and get on the board. Good job.
I did.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, thanks. All right, I'm going to start with
You
Madison
gotta
then.
reset this
Yep,
timer
I need
thingy.
to. All right.
All right,
So as
Schwebby, are you ready for someone inferior?
Hold on, let me get Schwebby up here on the board.
All right, 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh my God, a blank stamp from a tournament.
Blank stamp.
It's not a stock.
That's custom.
It's yep.
Custom.
These hang in your house, so people can't see in.
Shutters, blinds.
No, they hang. It's a cloth. Oh, son of a. An Elvis song. Don't be
Cruel.
There you go. You drink. No, you're.
Nah.
Right now, everybody on Facebook is talking about this. It's really annoying. Nobody wants to hear about it.
Trump. Politics.
There you go. Politics. It has 6 things, and you're in a band.
A guitar.
There you go.
And time's up.
Chalk. I was gonna go rock. Whatever.
Yeah.
What EMAC always says. So we got what? We got 4 again.
Did you get 4? Are you sure? You got custom. You got curtain.
We got custom curtain. No, we missed curtain because I said
Cruel.
Yeah,
we
you got custom, cruel.
milk.
No, you
it
said
said
drink, and you got politics. So you got 3.
All right, we got 3. All right.
So he should be at 13 because he was at 10.
Was
I
he
think.
at 10? All right, I'll take one away from him. All right, Terry. Here is your
All right,
from
Mads.
Madison.
You ready, Madison?
I'm ready.
Best of luck with Terry Miller.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Count us down, Johnny.
In 3, 2, 1.
What we're currently on right now, using this stuff.
Skype.
Not Skype, but generically.
Internet.
Yep.
Got it.
Wi-Fi.
Take off your pants and.
Dance.
No, close. This is a sweatshirt, but a more formal version that to keep.
Jacket. Sweater.
Yes.
Got
it. Wow. In the morning, hopefully, you do this.
Brush your teeth. Take a shower.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Something that affects your disc the most. The thing that affects the disc the most.
Win.
Yep. What if you went to cold? Nope. Screw it. Darn it. A famous song. What you were in Australia recently?
Pink.
A foreigner.
Sorry.
The 80s band.
I was gonna go with 80s band. Yeah, I was gonna go band, and then I didn't.
Terry
and,
missed ice cream because he said the word cold. So
yes,
you got
that was gonna be so easy.
you got
Sweat. You read them to me.
She wants Schwebby to read him to her.
All right, you close your eyes. We'll put it up on the screen.
All
So we
right.
got internet, jacket, shower, and wind. That's not a bad
solid.
round at 4.
So, and as always, people out there, we are always up for suggestions. Maybe we need to make that just a little longer, maybe a minute 30 in the future.
Sure.
But
How about we do it also where we have to do it to you guys?
that could work.
Like $10,000 pyramid.
Well, you know what we could do if we really wanted to is we could send a photo.
Of that.
If you guys had a phone handy, we could send you a photo of one of our sheets, and then you guys could do it back to us.
send them the whole thing so
See
that
how
we
many
don't.
we could get y'all to guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
that's
absolutely. That we would be totally open to that suggestion. So.
All right, after 3 rounds, the score is Madison making a slight comeback walker at 8 points. Brian Schweberger in the lead with 13 points.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break here to hear from a word from our sponsor.
All right, and welcome back, everyone. We're here joined by Madison Walker along with Brian Schweberger for our first ever BattleBoxx. We're through 3 of the 5 segments. And Johnny, I think we're ready to move on to the next one. What do you got for us?
This is what I consider the hardest segment for everybody. This is what we're going to call the Trivial Pursuit Challenge. We have 3 different boxes of Trivial Pursuit cards. You get to pick the theme, and the opponent can steal if you get it wrong or don't know. Okay. Each of these questions is worth 2 points. So, Brian Schweberger, you are in the lead, so we are going to give Madison the first choice of what theme do you want to go with. We have pop culture, totally 80s, or 90s.
90s.
All right, Terry, will you grab me a 90s card that's on the far right? Now, again, these are actual Trivial Pursuit questions, so these are probably pretty difficult.
Here we go.
If you do not get them, Brian Schweberger has a chance to steal.
Man.
Madison, were you even alive in the 90s yet?
I was born in '88, so barely.
I think next week I'm going to have the option to go with the 2000s. I'm going to go out and buy that one, so that'll make everybody a little happier. After I ask you this set of yes, after I ask you this set of questions, and Brian has a chance to steal them, we'll let Brian pick a deck to go with, and you can steal them from him. So the first question is the pink category.
Just real quick clarification. So you're going to read through all 5 of these questions, or one at a time?
One at a time. One at a time. And if Madison can't get it and Brian knows the answer, he can steal it for the 2 points.
All right, here we go.
These are so tough. This is from the year 1996. The year Terry and I graduated.
High school.
So I think I was in 4th grade.
Simmer down.
Simmer down now. You're young. What did minor league baseball's Palm Springs Suns invite fans to wear on July 8th, 1996 game in hopes of boosting attendance?
What was the beginning of the question? It was a little fuzzy.
Oh, sorry. What did minor league baseball's Palm Springs Suns invite fans to wear on July 8th, 1996 in hopes of boosting attendance?
I have no idea, so I'm going to take a wild guess and say Hawaiian shirts.
Ooh, not correct.
Schwebby for the
Brian,
steal?
do you want to steal?
Swimsuits?
Incorrect. The correct answer is nothing. They wanted them to show up naked.
All got arrested.
Yeah, I'll get arrested. Not if you do it together. I think that's legal.
All right.
Group.
All right, your second question, which is WIR. Oh, my God. This is great. What search engine outfit went public on the NASDAQ only 10 months after it was founded?
In 1996.
1996.
What it went public?
What search engine, so we're looking for the search engine, went public on the NASDAQ only 10 months after it was founded?
I'm going to say... This is in the 90s, so I'm going to say Yahoo.
Oh, no, that is incorrect. Brian, do you want to take a guess at a search engine?
That was my guess. Google?
No, Google went in like 99 or 2000. The correct answer is Lycos. Lycos, the search engine.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
You got to be a little bit of a techie geek to know that one.
All right, here is...
Johnny V.
I didn't know that one either. So our third question. Ooh, here we go. What actress had her toothbrush fall in the toilet on Seinfeld before Sex and the City beckoned?
Sarah Jessica Parker?
Incorrect. Brian Schweberger.
Oh my God.
She took down. She took out one of the stars of Sex and the City.
And I can't think of the other names of them.
I can't either.
Sadly, I knew this.
Yeah, I've seen like 2 episodes of Seinfeld ever.
I've seen all of Sex and the City.
I've seen none of those.
I have a wife.
I have no idea.
All right.
The correct answer is Kristen Davis. All right. Next question. What sitcom popularized the word sponge-worthy as a synonym for sexual allure?
You said what?
What,
Did you say sitcom?
what sitcom popularized the word sponge-worthy as a synonym for sexual allure?
Sponge-worthy. Good God. I'm gonna say Golden Girls.
That's a good guess, but the correct answer is
No.
Brian.
Sponge-worthy. Sitcom.
In the 90s. 96
Yeah.
to be exact. How's the board? Is the board getting them?
Yep, they've got this one, and I actually knew this one myself.
It's 96. Ugh.
Brian, we need an answer.
My parents didn't let me watch TV that much. Just saying.
All right,
No,
Brian.
but-
You didn't get it. It's Seinfeld, one of the most watched sitcoms of all time. So,
Which he just said he's seen all of 2 episodes of.
so there you go.
All right, we have 2 more questions on this.
Like MASH.
Yeah, MASH. Yeah, you and our friend Pat. 2 more questions. This one, this is for you, Madison. What boxer was presented with a gold medal at the Atlanta Olympics to replace the one he threw away years earlier? What boxer, tell me a boxer that you know, was presented with a gold medal at the Atlanta Olympics to replace the one he threw away years earlier?
Oh my God. Yeah. Muhammad Ali.
Ding, 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 ding!
Yeah, nice one.
Muhammad Ali!
We knew you had it in you, Madison. We knew you were
Madison.
going to pull that one out.
You knew you had it in it.
All right.
It was that or Mike Tyson. I don't think Mike Tyson ever won one.
2 points.
All right. Yep. You
Oh,
get.
yeah, 2
Yeah.
points.
You're right. 2 points. Thank you.
Gosh.
I hit the W a couple times to make the noise. I didn't hit the.
All right. She's
All right.
pulled within 3.
She's pulled within 3. All right. The final question on this card: what former Celtics center passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA record for games played?
Oh.
My God.
Sorry.
You said a former Celtics center.
Former Celtics center passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA record for games played.
Yeah, I don't know any Celtics, I don't think.
I don't.
So I'm gonna say Michael Jordan.
Okay.
That answer is not correct.
Schwebby for the steal.
Schwebby for the steal.
Put that
Robert
phone away.
Parrish.
Robert Parrish is
Wow.
correct.
Robert
Robert
Parrish.
Parrish.
All right, so 2-point steal. All right, Schwebby, we're going to move it along a little quicker. Mads, don't get too depleted here. You've got a chance for some steals possibly. Schwebby, go ahead and pick your Trivia Pursuit category.
Pop culture, 80s or 90s?
Let's go 80s.
80s. All right, grab a random card out of the totally. It's totally 80s, by the way.
Totally 80s, and I'm going to read through these. Here you go. First question is, what Irish ditty did Ronald Reagan and Brian Mulroney warble at their Shamrock Summit?
What Irish what?
Ditty.
Like a song.
Song. What Irish ditty did Ronald Reagan and Brian Mulroney warble at their Shamrock Summit?
No clue.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Madison, any guesses?
I'm gonna say the March of Dublin.
Close, but no. When Irish eyes are smiling.
That's what I was going to say. I just couldn't think of the damn name of the song.
All right, Schwebby. Moving into TV, what duo began hosting the first hour-long U.S. national newscast in 1983?
Say it again.
What duo began hosting the first hour-long U.S. national newscast in 1983?
No clue.
Okay, Mads.
Yep. You got me.
All right.
Yeah, no. Robert McNeil and Jim Layer.
Jim Layer.
Sure. All right. Here we go. What Yale Law School valedictorian playing a teacher on Ferris Bueller's Day Off easily ad-libbed his economics lecture in the film?
I just couldn't think of his name. What the hell is his name? And he had his own little game show just like this.
Giving Madison the clues. This is a good one. You got 5 seconds.
I can't think of his name.
Mads for the steal. Come on, Mads. Bring it home.
That's not going to help me at all because remember, I don't know anything about movies, but
He's pretty famous. He does commercials.
The game show was Win His Money.
Yep, I don't know.
Win Ben Stein's money. Ben Stein is the answer. All right. What future hubby did supermodel Paulina Poroskova meet on the set of the Cars video shoot?
What? Who now?
Yeah. What future hubby did supermodel Paulina Poroskova meet on the set of a Cars video shoot?
Cars as in the band, the Cars.
Yeah, I know the band.
Wow, somebody on the board knows this one right away.
Yeah, someone cool one's nailing it.
No clue.
Any guess there, Mads? No.
God. Nope.
All right.
Rick Ocasek?
I believe that is the lead singer of the band The Cars.
Yes, lots of people on the board. All right. What cocky skier was the first U.S. athlete to win the gold medal in the Olympics men's downhill?
Bill Meyer.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Mads, he had the first name right. There's your clue.
I'm going to say
Give us a last name.
Bill Mitchell.
Oh, just give us the most common last name you've ever heard in your life.
Bill Matthews.
No, close. Bill Johnson. All right, no steal for Mads. And final question to kill this thing is, what did Arizona flea market mogul Fred Jipp happily have 104 of until number 105 got him tossed in jail? Wow.
Will
Okay.
you say that question?
I'll reread it. What did Arizona flea market mogul Fred Jipp happily have 104 of until number 105 got him tossed in jail? So he had 104 of these, but 105 got him thrown in jail.
What was that?
Wives.
Ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, ding. That is the correct answer.
Right, answer?
That is wives.
Wives. The 105th got him in trouble. 104? You're golden.
And
But I was going to say VCRs.
you were thinking what?
VCRs.
Oh,
She was thinking VCRs. All right, that is your round 4. Round 4 tally, Madison Walker at 10, Brian Schweberger at 17. We are going into our final round where the stakes are a little different. We are going to ask you to risk your points, kind of like Jeopardy. What do you want to put on the points for this question? The subject is restaurants.
And this is the final game of the night.
This is the final game of the night.
You're asking 5 questions?
Nope, just one.
One
This is
final question.
One final question
which I came up with on
Terry,
my own.
which Terry came up with on his own. Congratulations, Terry. This is the question he gets. So, what's the best way to do this? They should probably write it. Do you have a pencil and paper handy so you can write down?
Yeah.
Yeah. This way, no one knows what they're willing to risk on it. Just like Jeopardy, we'll have them write
And our
down.
answer too.
Yeah, you can write down your answer as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we can write down the total point and your answer. So how many
Are you
points?
asking at the same time?
Yes.
We are going to ask you
We
at the
don't-
same time.
We'll give you 30 seconds to guess, or 15, or whatever you guys deem appropriate, and then we'll ask you to show us or read off, and then show
And
us your card.
To gain the amount of points that I have, correct?
Correct.
You cannot bet 109 or 105.
105 wives. So, quick summary: Madison Walker's at 10 points. Brian Schweberger's at 17 points. Let's have you guys write down your. Like I said, the subject is restaurants. Here is your question: what restaurant chain is credited with bringing the potato skin appetizer to mainstream consumption? Once again, what restaurant chain is credited with bringing the potato skin appetizer to mainstream consumption? You have 20 seconds to write down your answer. I can't sing the Jeopardy theme or we'll get kicked off.
I was just gonna say. And here I thought Jay-Z had 99 problems with this guy. This other guy,
He had 105 problems.
Yeah. Wow, and a divorce ain't one.
No, jail is one
You
though.
said restaurant chain?
What
Restaurant
restaurant
chain.
is generally credited for bringing the potato skin appetizer to mainstream consumption? Ooh,
All right. Are we?
Ronald Harkey, fellow Smashy, says you should name this segment the Final Nine. I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Final 9.
They'll sponsor us, too.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Everybody have their answers ready. Let's go with Madison Walker. Seeing as how she is behind, this is how it's normally done on another game show that I've seen. Madison, what did you guess? 10 points, and you went with Applebee's.
A very solid guess, which we'll get to in a second. So she has 10 points on the line and went with Applebee's. Brian Schweberger, what was your wager? And
He went with 4 points.
okay, Brian Schweberger with 4 points, and the wager was TGI Fridays. Is that what it says?
It does say TGI Fridays. Brian Schweberger.
You are the first ever BattleBoxx champion.
It was TGI Fridays was the correct answer. You, Madison, I know it wasn't Subway, which we found out last night from your touring partner. That is a no-no to go to. It was not. It was not British Petroleum BP gas stations, which is another no-no to go to. It was TGI Fridays.
And another no-no for you and your travel partner with no clapping or applause for you. Instead, it has to all go into Brian Schweberger. Congratulations, Brian.
Brian,
Thanks.
Congratulations.
you win with a score of 21-0.
Rigged.
Rigged. Yes.
Rigged.
Rigged.
All right. We'd like to thank our guests for being on. If you guys just hang on for a few more minutes after the show, we'll have a little powwow here with everybody and let everyone know how it goes. So I'm going to cut over to this shot right here. So Terry, do you want to close us out here for this?
We'll close out the show. I'd like to, of course, thank our first 2 ever contestants in Brian Schweberger, our eventual champion, along with Madison Walker. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thanks for taking the risk and seeing what this was all about. This is going to be, like everything else we do, a continually evolving process here at BattleBoxx. We'll work on the timing. We'll work on everything else that we did here on the show tonight. We're looking for feedback. We had a really solid crowd out here of people pulling for Madison that might go home disappointed. But we had a solid crowd, so we appreciate it. Again, Madison, Brian, thank you guys. Thank you to Johnny V for doing most of the work here. I'm Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy. We're going to sign off officially from BattleBoxx. We'll see you guys in a few minutes in our after show where we'll check in with all our contestants. Thanks you, and we'll see you soon. All right, welcome everyone. This is the BattleBoxx After Show. I'm Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, with Johnny V. I believe we have some more action from Madison Walker and our champion, Brian Schweberger. And guys, give us your feedback. Madison, you came in with the goose egg. Ultimately, you had to go hard in that final round, and yeah, bet as many points as you could, but. What's your take from tonight?
What'd you say?
What's your take from tonight? What did we learn about Madison Walker, or what didn't we learn?
Well, we learned that I should have been born in '78.
I agree.
We learned that I need to brush up on random discs that nobody throws.
You guys got the easy ones. Wait until we start getting into fade and turn for some guests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be a bunch of goose eggs on everybody.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can we improve our game here, Madison?
We found out that you that you like
round,
a lot of stuff on
well,
Facebook.
the first round, yeah, on if you're like taking from my Facebook likes, I have no idea what's on there. Really, just absolutely no idea. I've had that Facebook since I was a senior in high school. So this is going back 11 years and of likes, and I probably liked that that many years ago. And I haven't in a while.
Like I said, I was thinking about picking Zoe Deschanel. The problem was that I thought those questions were a little bit too tough and specific. And I thought, hey, there's The Princess Bride. She likes that. It's a very popular movie. A lot of those questions, I mean, are relatively easy if you've seen the movie in the last 10 or 15 years, but clearly you haven't, so it fell a little flat for you.
Movies are one of those things that I watch and they just like go in, and then as soon as it's over, that's out the other. So like any sort of movie trivia, I would have bombed. No doubt.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know that we know for the future that we won't, if you're up, we won't do movie trivia. We'll figure something out.
Movies, TV shows, pop culture, any of. I was expecting like some science, maybe like some geography.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. We will the next time you are on, when we do our
in the losers bracket,
the bracket of losers. Oh, snap! We'll make sure to get some good science questions for you. We'll figure that out. Your wifey had actually suggested surfing quizzes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But I personally don't know a lot about surfing, and I didn't know where to even begin and in what depths.
Yeah, like what would be easy or not for you.
Like if
to
I
answer.
asked you, like, who's the 2005 surfing world champion or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and exactly. Or that's why I had a problem with surfing, because I didn't know to what level or things like that. So, and all right, so that's good to know. Brian, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, the Trivial Pursuit was a little on the rough side. I mean,
yeah,
I was born in '73, and I still didn't know jack about those 8 questions.
Yeah,
I mean, that was ridiculous.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's one of those ones that maybe we can put in the back burner as far as quizzes, or we can look for something maybe a little bit easier.
Some of the easier questions, maybe we go through them and
which is why I chose the option to steal for that particular, knowing that they were harder. If the other person did know them, it was a benefit to that, because I knew they would be difficult.
I like Madison's idea about switching it up, doing the reverse on the matching it up, getting the yeah, absolutely. All you gotta do is send a list to each one, and the other person, one of y'all, can make sure we're not using words that are on the list. So.
Well, and even a variation of that is more along the lines of password, where you literally just have one word, and you have a word that you're trying to get the other person to guess, and you can only give one word clues. So, if disc was the word, you may say frisbee, and I have to then guess, what word is on there. So that's a little bit different. Taboo just basically gives you the 5 words that you can't use, and you kind of have to have somebody else watching, because I want to make sure.
Yeah, like you can't. Oh, yeah, people can't see it because I'm not showing it. But yeah, so basically, I downloaded and had a whole bunch of things like that. They've got about 40 sheets like this, so that it was just the easiest game to play on the opening night. Obviously, we'll adjust it and we'll figure out what we want to do for other.
I thought that was a good.
You thought that was a good one? Okay, good.
Yeah, I like.
All right.
Anything else?
Has there been anything good on the board as far as thoughts and suggestions?
People have all sorts. I mean, again,
of course, everyone has a suggestion.
There's been a lot
Somebody said Nico will suck at this.
Nico or Eagle?
Nico.
Kevin
McCoy had incorrectly guessed the Cheesecake Factory for the final question, but then immediately there were 3 or 4 or 5 people that had guessed Fridays correctly. A couple of people said Shakey's, Red Lobster. Of course, we're assuming all of these people, weren't using anything to cheat or to look smarter by Googling it themselves. But no, it seemed.
Maybe the only thing was just make sure that like the first round of questions is like something that so they will know about.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll dig in a little bit more with the people.
Because didn't I go 0 for 0?
0 for 5.
Yeah, 0 for 5.
I think
0 for 5, yeah.
Percentages. We won't do percentages with you either.
Yep.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, and I can't.
That was a pretty significant moment in the game. Once that one was over, it was.
Well, you were only down like 2-0 after that, though. So because
yeah,
Mr. Mullet.
You're right. Oh, yeah, you only got 2. I forgot.
Yeah, Mr. Mullet only got Agassi and Eckersley. He missed Bosworth, Kruk, and Daly.
His was a hard subject too.
Well, yeah. I mean, these are famous. Most of these guys, because they have mullets, are famous from the 80s and early 90s sports. So, and I left out a few of the tougher ones, other than Randy Johnson, who I think everybody knows. I left out like, was it Yager, the hockey guy, Yager, whatever.
Yaromir
Yager. Thank you. Couldn't spit that name out. And there were 2 other ones I was looking at, but I wanted to keep it a little bit different as far as the athletes and their sports, because it seemed like every sport had a mullet at some point.
Some other suggestions coming in off the board included a timer graphic.
Yes, I was actually going to look at trying to do that, and I couldn't get it set up in time.
Okay, so a timer graphic is one that, and I think that goes hand in hand with then being a little bit more consistent on the allotted time.
Yeah, because we did let the 15 seconds go a few extra times than that. So
let's see if there was anything else out here in terms of solid feedback. Yeah, a graphic timer was the big one.
We'll get a graphic timer up there, and so everyone knows how much time. And that's nice because you guys will be able to see that, because you can see exactly. Our guests are seeing what you guys are seeing right now. So they don't see us at all. They see each other right now.
Well, they don't want to see you anyway.
I know. Nobody really wants to see us. They see us for hours on Tuesday night. Instead, let's switch the focus on you guys.
A solid move.
More solid than your answers. Quiet. So now, Kevin McCoy had suggested a 32-person bracket to determine who the smartest disc golfer is, and
I wouldn't say that the smartest disc golfer is coming out of these questions. Now, if we used all those Trivia Pursuit boxes things, then maybe. But we do want to kind of set up a bracket.
Crack some textbooks in here. Jeez.
Get some.
That's really tough with the age differential going through the disc golf community.
I had said that as well. Someone said something about the age of the two, and I said I think that's a legitimate piece of feedback moving forward. Is if you do have people that are a little bit closer in the age, that might help with some of these other overall categories.
Like go to more like math, science, history kind of stuff that we all learned.
Sure. I maybe even pulling
some
from
of us started a lot longer ago than you did.
I think maybe we'll have a section. If we do like a Trivial Pursuit section, maybe we'll make it multiple choice.
Or something along the lines of pull from the are you smarter than a 5th grade, or
so those kind of questions.
Yeah. That might be a way to go.
But we're not.
Yeah.
5th graders are definitely smarter than me.
Yeah.
I've seen that show. The questions they answer are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
they are.
Somebody said there's a 35-year age difference. I don't think it's that many. DG Beat.
I don't know who's more offended.
DG Beat said, "Can Madison's nickname be Princess Papaya?"
If you see Madison on the course, you are welcome to call her Princess Papaya.
Trivia.
That's all I've been eating when I was in Australia. That's all I could think of.
Yeah, I thought the buttercup was because if it makes sense, but I didn't. That's the one question I didn't know, and I haven't seen The Princess Bride in 15 years.
Is that a fruit or is that a flower?
Buttercup? Oh, that might be a flower. You might be right. I might have.
My trail.
Yeah,
that was definitely that was the turning point in the game. You're right.
The third question was definitely the turning point.
That was future guests should be blindfolded. I'm not sure what that will help any.
No.
So what's your time in Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. I will go back and visit. That's for sure.
Nice.
General knowledge, yeah. So lots of good questions. Ronald says have different level of questions like par 4, par 5s, par 3s, so on and so forth. That would be an interesting way to say is, would you like to play the par 4, and then maybe have them weighted differently, and
sure.
You could, in theory, I guess you don't want to score more points, but par 5 you could get 5 points for, and a par 3 and then have them all weighted. Do you guys
I liked too the disc golf related trivia because that's something obviously that is a shared knowledge.
Yep, and we'll do more.
Although I think that my discs were harder, I should have known them. So and it's something that we both would or would not know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And we'll do more of that.
Trivia.
We definitely want to keep the kind of the thought is we want one disc golf question section per show. And who knows what that'll be. Like I said, for you guys are both Team Innova, so it kind of made sense to embarrass your sponsor by you guys not knowing. No, to do something something Innova related as far as the discs and the speeds. And I know it was, because I can't imagine trying to do fade or turn or anything like that. Because you're right, it would be 0. No one would get anything like that. But speed is one of those things that a lot of younger people look at. People that aren't pros, which is what makes this kind of funny, that the pros don't know nor do they care. But if you ask some Joe Schmo off the street, he will tell you that an Eagle is speed 7, and he knows that.
I knew that.
So which ones did you knew Wraith and Eagle?
Supposedly.
Wraith because that's one of my favorite discs, and I look at them all the time. I knew Eagle because that was the first disc I ever got. And so, I read it all the time. It said Ken Climo on it, all that.
Excalibur, Stud,
and I knew Excal because it's a more stable destroyer. I knew Stud because it's basically the big brother to my putter, the Colt. So I knew what my Colt was, so I knew that one. Basically, I knew all of his.
Yeah. and I swear up and down, I literally randomly picked. I went through and I picked. You each had one fairway driver, one distance driver. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One distance driver, 2 fairway drivers, 1 mid, 1 putter. And then I had
a mako and a shark.
Yes, I think one is maybe you had. That's because I actually you're right, at the very end I switched it. Terry was saying they were moving around because you were complaining that they were too hard, and I thought the shark would be easier than the whale.
No.
No? The shark is such a more common disc. Maybe it's just for us. So that's why I switched it. That's why I switched the shark and the whale between you two at the very end.
Because putters are way easier than mid ranges.
Well, putters and mid ranges. Putters only really have 2 speeds. Mid ranges have 3 or 4, and then obviously the bigger you go up. So
I had 2 mid ranges, and he had 2 putters.
Sorry,
and he got them both wrong.
He got both the putters wrong. Oh, that's great.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I thought the Archangel would be the hardest one, but you were close. You said 9, I think, and it's an 8, or you said 10. I forget, but
I said 9.
Yeah, you were off by 1 on almost every one of them. So
Paige Pierce has chimed in, folks. She says, "Why use her Facebook likes? I gave you a list of 20 different interests of hers."
She did. You did, and we talked about.
You listed 10.
We did talk about it. Or I did talk about Paige. Should I tell you the likes that Paige Pierce gave me?
Sure.
All right. She said,
"This is behind the scenes. This is truly after show."
And I think some of these are kind of tough. Marine biology.
Would have been a good one. Anything.
That's your major, and I thought that's
a little too biased.
That's maybe? A little too biased as far as right on the head. Shark biology.
Also the broadest subject.
Yep.
Fair.
Radiohead, 50 First Dates, surfing, scuba diving, and birding. Birding was the one I was actually thinking about doing. The other ones were, some of them were good, and you actually had mentioned 50 First Dates, but I've never seen that, and I couldn't pull anything good out of that personally because I've never seen it, and there's not a lot of info online about that.
Yeah. Because it's a terrible movie. I just like it.
That's right. I love Joe versus the Volcano, so that's great.
I just love everything with Adam Sandler, which I know is terrible.
But... And scuba diving seems like it's almost it's such a tough subject. Scuba in general, it's so generic that I was hoping to nail something a little bit more specific. And had I known that you weren't that you really weren't that big of a fan of The Princess Bride, I clearly would not have chosen that for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Paige is questioning you, saying you haven't seen 50 First Dates, but you have seen Princess Bride. LOL.
Paige Pierce, really? The 50 First Dates came out in 99, 98?
No,
maybe later.
More recent than that, but
really.
That was Madison and something.
She says, Johnny V, you are an interesting man. All right, on that note.
The Princess Bride. It's more interesting that I've seen every episode of Sex and the City than The Princess Bride. I'll say that.
I agree.
But again, when I was dating my wife, she bought these DVDs from Malaysia. So they were clearly ripped DVDs that we put in the player, and then you'd have to like do it a couple times before they would come up because they were illegal, and they came in this really weird binder. But that was what my wife and I did for like the first 3 weeks where that we were dating, is we sat and we watched a lot of Sex and the City. And
wow, maybe she's trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call this. Thank you guys for the feedback on the board. We'll continue to work on strategies and games and questions and how we're going to do this moving forward. Thanks for the input. Madison and Schwebby, we appreciate you guys subjecting yourselves to our little experiment
Trial
here.
run.
Yeah, our trial run, our proto run. We sincerely do appreciate it, and we're looking to make the show better.
I feel like Schwebby winning the trial run is the equivalent of Germ winning USDGC.
Oh,
Whoa!
that is the. Let me write that down. I'm gonna quote that. I have to quote that.
It's on the internet.
Schwebby. I'm gonna write that down so I can post that.
I'm totally kidding.
The trial run is the equivalent of Germ winning the USDGC. Wow.
Post that 10-minute clip right to Facebook right now.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's where it's headed.
Hate me.
And the board has blown up. Kevin McCoy says, "Whoa, dang, shots fired. Now that was funny. Boom, lots of shade."
Oh man.
You'll be hearing from your teammate shortly, I'm sure.
Yes, your other teammate. All right. Again, Madison and Schwebby, thank you very much for joining us here on BattleBoxx, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Have a great
for
night.
having me.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right.
We'll definitely have Madison on again. We're going to end this up pretty quick, but we'll definitely have Madison on again for a revenge against somebody maybe a little bit closer to her age, maybe a little bit something we can focus a little bit more on.
And if she wants to film it underseas while she's in her scuba gear, just to make her feel really at home, we could do that.
Exactly.
So, good time. Again, a little bit of a proto run here, and we hope that you guys enjoyed it.
We've got a lot of good feedback.
A lot of good feedback. Johnny V did a great job. I liked the setup here, and we'll get all the rest of our effects all dialed in.
Effects, intros,
yeah,
things like that. You know, it's a start. It's literally I threw some of these together in the last day or so. So we are we've definitely got a lot to go, but we're going to make it better, and we're going to make it a little bit more efficient.
We certainly will. So we appreciate it. So for Johnny V and Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, that was BattleBoxx. We'll see you next Tuesday night for our regular podcast at 9 p.m. Central. We'll see you then when you step inside the SmashBoxx.